presenting on Startup Saturdays forum because we feel that this is our home turf. This is where we have a lot of people that are hello. This is on, right? Okay, I'll speak here. So we are very excited here because this is, we feel, our home turf, and hopefully we'll succeed so that that is, we feel that is a way to giving back to the community. And specifically this Dreambot is basically a very futuristic concept. If you see in big cities, people are commuting for 1.5 hours or even 2 hours these days. By the time they really get home, it is 8 o'clock in the evening, and they barely have any energy left to cook a nutritious meal. So they fall back for alternate options, not so hygienic or nutritious. So that is where we said we'll basically build a completely automated cooking range. That basically, with a touch of button, you select what you want: rice, sambar, chutney or curry or whatever, and then it will prepare the entire thing and keep it aside. That is the concept basically. So we basically, that is where we are. We are aiming to build world-class cooking range for home, ordinary homes, for everyday homes, and basically thereby you save family time. If you want to go to gym, these days people have a lot of activities, they're into, you have to go to gym or some music class, etc. People in urban lifestyle have become, very fully, machines like, lot of activities. So this, we hope, will save time for them and be able to provide a nutritious meal. So this is how the range will look like. I'll play a little video that will show you how it functions. So that's a little glimpse of how the machine is going to be. There are a lot of details to it. Of course, we probably may not be able to show everything in one video. Yeah. So basically, if you look at the robotic kitchen market itself, there are multiple segments in that. One of them is a home segment. Then there are restaurants and cloud kitchens. There are also industrial kitchens where basically they may be cooking for food in a langar or in kind of a temple, things like that, and star hotels. All of these are basically there. We are targeting to the home segment. There are a lot of robotic solutions for the fast food restaurants these days. So now the price target is about 5 lakhs ex-factory price for this equipment that we are looking at, and we are targeting the top 3% of income groups in India, and of course eventually we'll focus global market as well. And typical marketing strategies are, there are already established channels for consumer durables and consumer electronics. So we would take the same approaches and all that. So if you look at the potential of this, right now it is growing at 16% CAGR, year on year. The market size projected by some of the market research reports is at $4.4 billion by 2025. There are already, like I said, a lot of companies that have been funded primarily in the fast food restaurants. A lot of companies in the US really want to get the fast food joints, basically use robotic kitchens and all that. So that's where we are slightly different. We are focusing the homes, specifically the Indian homes. And our estimates are basically there are about 200 million homes in India, and we are saying 3% of that is about 6 million homes. We are looking at 0.6 crores of homes, each buying around 5 lakhs of equipment. So that is, we are looking at a total available market about 3 lakhs crore over a decade or 10 years or 15 years. And worldwide market we are looking at conservatively like 4 times of that time. And are there competitors to it? Yes, there are definitely competitors. Here are some of the competitors. The Smolly is a UK company. Nimble is actually Axel Ventures, funded by Axel Ventures. It's a Bangalore company. Riku is a Hyderabad company. Nosh is also, I think, a Bangalore company. Now, how are we different from this? Basically, if you look at the Molly Robotics, that's about, it costs about 150,000 pounds. That means roughly about 1.5 crores, very pricey for an ordinary home. And whereas the other Riku, Nosh, these are all around 1.5 lakhs price. So there is obviously has to be some difference between them and us. We are saying 5 lakhs. So the key difference is what we have looked at it, analyzed all these, and looked at what can be possible and all these. There is something called usability index that we arrived at. So these are all the Riku, Nosh, and Nimble are usability index of 3 or 4. Molly Robotics somewhere over 7. We are targeting basically a usability index of 8. How is it basically matters to a user and a person using it? Basically, if you are cooking a full meal which has sambar, rice, curry, and some chutney and something else, let's say some dessert or something. Now, with the other machines, Nosh, Nimble, the Riku, and all that, what you have to do is you have to put the vegetables for the first sambar. So after 10 minutes, once the sambar is over, then you have to go and fill in the next set of vegetables for the curry. Then you have to go and put in for the rice, etc. Also, you have to wash the rice on your own. In South India, we usually wash the rice and use it. So that is the idea. We don't directly cook it. So all those things you have to do manually, and there is a lot of human intervention. So what we are saying is, if I'm saying I'm automating your kitchen, so you would expect that everything is done by the time you come back from gym and it is ready. It's not that you have to every 10 minutes you are attending to it. It's not good. That is basically where we are different. Okay. So affordability, 5 lakhs we think is compared to Molly Robotics is good. And once we are automating, it changes a whole lot of things. Basically, all of a sudden you can have 1,000 recipes. Basically, even if you are in Andhra Pradesh, you can have a Kashmiri dish or a Kerala dish. And this is the roadmap for our project. Basically, it's we make a POC in 1 year time, then prototype in 2 years. When we say prototype, it's a fully usable machine as a model. Yeah, it goes. So final target is about a lot of basically 1,000 units. That's our first production volume. Before we do the 1,000 units, we are going to try with 100 units and also 10 units. So this way we know the hardware basically matures and there are going to be no recalls and all. So that's basically project plan. And what is our current status? We have filed some patents. They're all published already. There is still more patents to be filed. and the design is basically high level design is all completed, and we have uh, you know uh, some of the implementation is also going on. We are a 7-member team, like Sanjay Dharvekar, Dr. Sanjay Dharvekar is also part of our team. And we are working on different subsystems, so we are happy that head of robotics from Gayatri is helping us, and and we are also raising the funding and all that. So this is our company structure. There are a lot of advisory panel members, or director of Oracle, Burger King CTO, these kind of people. There is also a vice president from a company called Siltara, which is a semiconductors company, fab company. So we do have some advisory panels, really prominent advisory panels and all that. And this is the investments that we are seeking, and so we are looking at 110 crores of valuation, just by revenue, and then for an investment of cumulative investment of 34 crores, we're targeting 110 crores of valuation, and that is the return on investments for the investors. So what are the this is the last slide, and we are also looking for a co-founder, a full-time person who can be part of us. We are looking for enthusiasts and professionals that can actually join us. Also looking for partnering companies who can design electronics or mechanical systems, those kind of things. We are also looking for advisory panel members. And if you know about some information or some grants that we can apply, please let us know. With that, we are done. Any questions?
So you have not applied to DST?
We did apply for a BIRAC grant. BIRAC grant. It is basically 50 lakhs for the POC kind of grant. We applied for it. Recently we applied for it.
Okay. There is also ICAR does give a lot of amount also. 25 lakhs to begin with. Indian Council for Agriculture Research.
Okay.
So have
is that like agriculture, food processing also is part of it?
I mean, because you are now looking at food processing, it's a little bit of a stretch, but never wrong to throw a stone.
True. Yeah. We'll do that, sir. ICIR you said.
Right. So go to their website.
Yeah.
So you should be able to.
Sure.
Curious question: why, when we have so many people, why are you looking at automation part A, and part B? Your target segment is basically HNIs.
Okay. Typically, dual income groups like a software manager.
But to that level, would it be easier for them to put a person rather than operate this?
Yeah, we did run a survey, and then we looked at some of the people. Typically, they're spending somewhere around 12,000 to 15,000 for the chef. And usually the chef, they say, the chef is cooking North Indian dishes, she doesn't know how to make sambar. These kind of issues are there. And more than that, there are a lot of features that are there in that. It can track your nutrition, which a normal chef doesn't do. In a monthly usage, it gives how much of lentils you are eating, how much of vegetables, green leaves. It kind of keeps track of your nutrition and all that. You can actually put your diet plan into it, so it will actually go as per that. So some automation is always going to bring some value. That is about it. But that is a competition in a way. Yes, there can, even if this machine is there, people can still have their own chefs and all that. And typically the high-end homes like Ambani's and these guys, I don't think they will buy these kind of things. Very rich people, they may have 10 chefs cooking for them whatever they want and all that. So that's a different
and they
story.
Eat only teaspoons. And they eat only teaspoon food.
Hello, sir.
Hi, Prabhu.
Last time I remember that you mentioned about lean start. So can you help us understand in this whole development, where did it start? I mean, the lean approach. Like if it has like 20 features, 20 features or something, like we'll start with 1 or 2 features. So what are those 1 or 2 features, and how did you do your market test with the real product, or just this is a concept that the existing competition is already there and you are building your own tech or trying to create your own patents? How is that going on?
Sure. Yeah. See, the market is coming up. So there are some solutions, but they're early adopters. They're not doing the job completely. They are not 100% doing the automation. That is where we're different. And so we are definitely creating the technology, everything from the beginning, so including the robot and all that, to get it into that cost. That is where we're doing the filing and all that. And coming to the lean startup, yes, there are aspects to it. Now there is one aspect, it is a hardware. We cannot basically put it into a software and say, hey, this is where you're going to cook. So it needs the necessary subsystems, the robotic arm, dispenser, those kind of things, different subsystems that are there. So some lean, the early prototype that we are looking at is going to have fewer subsystems, and later on, once we are getting into the market, has to be complete setup that we are going to do. Of course, the next level model, the equipment is going to be of a size of 4 feet by 2 feet by 3.5 feet. So the next level models are going to be bigger, so which can have probably an oven, those kind of things. So here we have put in the bare minimum kind of equipment. If you look at in a kitchen, there are about 15 to 15 or so equipment in an average home. They are using those. Like somebody may use a bread toaster rather than toasting it on a pan.
Understood. So the question is like currently, how long it's been? Like when did it started?
We can take it off.